Good evening, children. Welcome to Chemistry IIT class of class 7. Okay. In the previous class, we have discussed regarding rearing of silkworm. We have finished already wool rearing as well as producing wool from the sheep. Now we will be discussing about rearing of silkworm. In the last class, we have discussed how the silkworms are reared. Now, how the silk is reared from those silkworms. Okay. So in the life cycle of silkworm, we have 4 stages. Okay, where we can collect thread from the silkworm. In which state can we collect? In the 3rd stage, that is cocoon stage. Yes or not? What is the first stage? First stage is eggs. Next is the caterpillar. Then afterwards, pupa, that is it makes its cocoon and it goes for the sleep to develop its body. Okay, the 3rd stage will be collecting the cocoon. So how they are collected, how the silk is reared from these cocoons, we will be seeing right now. So here first, what is the first process? Collecting. See how many eggs will the silkworm lays? It lays up to 300 to 400 eggs at a time. Okay. After that, female silkworm dies. Okay. So these eggs are collected from the farmers who do sericulture. The rearing of silkworms is called as sericulture. Okay. So here that eggs are collected by the farmers, and those eggs are laid on a white cloth or white sheets. Okay. And they are kept in a suitable temperature, suitable environment for the eggs to hatch. Okay. Once the egg starts hatch, it start eating mulberry leaves. Okay. So here collecting different types of eggs and feeding it with the mulberry leaves. Then it starts collecting the eggs by giving suitable temperature, keeping them in suitable temperature and keeping them in white cloth or papers in strands. They hatch. After hatching, they are fed with the mulberry leaves, and once it starts eating mulberry leaves, it goes on eating for 3 to 4 weeks. Then afterwards, stops eating, settles, takes a place and starts spinning cocoon around itself. Okay. So here that cocoons are collected. So it is called as cocoons. That type of cocoons are collected. Okay. And see, why we have to take only cocoons? Why not the fully grown the silk, where the silk moth will be coming out in the 4th stage? Because see, cocoons are collected when they are fully grown, before the moth coming outside. Why? Because if the moth comes outside, it has to break the thread. Yes or not? If this is a cocoon, it spins thread around itself. Yes or not? If it want to come outside, what it has to do? It has to break it. Yes or not? If it breaks it, what happens? The silk thread will be damaged and it cannot be used. It is not of good quality. Yes or not? So what can we do with this thread? It does not give good quality of thread. So this type of thread is not used. So we want only fully grown cocoons, but the cocoon should not come outside. It should be died in the moth itself. Okay, it should be died in the cocoon itself. That type of cocoons are selected. Only fully grown cocoons are selected. And they are sorted and they are separated according to their texture, according to their color, according to their quality. Okay, this is sorting. Collecting different types of cocoons and then sorting them according to their texture, size, quality. And afterwards, what is done? Just now I said, the cocoon comes outside, what happens? Thread will be breaking. So instead of that, what we have to do? Killing of cocoon should be done. For this killing of cocoon, what farmers will be doing, you know? So we have different process for this killing of cocoon. One is boiling in the water. Okay, providing them heat, very hot temperature, and next is giving them steam. They can do this 3 process. So if they put in the boiling water, the pupa will be dying, and if you provide some heat, only heat, not exactly hot temperature, then the cocoon breaks. And next in the steam, if we provide steam also, the cocoon will be the cocoon will be dead. So we can use this 3 process. Okay. So here once the cocoons are killed, Then afterwards reeling is done. So what is reeling here? So reeling is nothing but the unwinding the silk filament from cocoon and combined together. See here, from cocoons we need to collect the small strands of threads. Okay, from 2-3 cocoons some small filament is made. That filaments are made together to form a raw silk thread. Okay, once again, what is killing of cocoons? Killing of cocoons is nothing but the fully grown cocoons is separated about the texture, color and quality. Then they are again killed by using boiling water, by using producing heat, or by producing steam too. So once they are killed, they are collected again and they start reeling the silk thread. Reeling means what? Unwinding the silk filament. That is nothing but taking a silk thread from the cocoons and unwinding. That is nothing but how we do for the cotton stitching. Okay, steering. By steering we can make the raw thread from strong thread, right? In the same way there is made. So 4 cocoons make 1 silk thread. Okay, and here when these cocoons are boiling, I said that there are 2 proteins in the silk fiber. What are they? Fibrin as well as sesarin. Sesarin is nothing but silk gum. So here this silk gum helps the silk fibers to attach each other, to be close each other. Okay, so and this silk fiber, this silk gum helps the fibrin to be close. It joins the 2 fibrin filaments with the help of sesarin protein. Okay, so this is regarding reeling. And next is, so this reeling is done in the machines. Killing of cockroaches is done by the hand or steel producer, whereas reeling is done to some machines. And next is baling. So we have obtained here silk, we have obtained raw silk. Yes or not? Obtained almost 4 to 8 strands of this, what we say, cocoons makes 1 silk thread, right? So that silk thread is made into some big balls like such as wounds. Okay, how we get thread? So in the same way they are collected and it is called as raw silk, and that raw silk, whatever the reelings or filaments are there, they are made into seams. Seams are nothing but bundles, small bundles are made. That reelings are made into bundles. That bundles are called as books. Okay, these books weighs up to 2 to 4.5 kgs. Okay, once again these small bundles are grouped together, again they form bales. Okay, that bales weighs almost 60 kgs, and these 60 kgs of bales are transported to the different silk industries where silk cloths are manufactured. Okay, so here after bales we can use different types of colors for the silk fibers. Okay, this is regarding wearing of silk fiber. Once again, collecting different types of cocoons or eggs are collected, then afterwards sorting is done according to the color, texture and all those things. Next, once they are collected, the same texture, same color, same quality are separated, and killing of cocoon is done. Killing of cocoon is done by 3 methods: boiling, heating and steaming. Here killing of cocoon is done only for the fully grown cocoons, not for the moth which comes out of the cocoon. Why? Because once the moth comes outside, the cocoon may damage. That means the silk thread may damage. Okay. So here boiling, heating, steaming is done. So in this process, the silk fiber has two protein. What are they? Fibrin as well as sesarin. Sesarin is called as silk gum. This silk gum helps the remaining fibers, fibrin fibers of 2 different strands to join each other. Okay, and next reeling is done. Reeling is nothing but just unwinding the 4 to 8 silk cocoons together and making a thread or yarn. So this thread or yarn is called as raw silk. Again, this raw silk will be made into grouped into books. Books are nothing but small bundles which weighs up to 2 to 4.5 kgs, and then this 2 to 4.5 kgs is again grouped together known as bales, which weighs up almost 60 kgs. This process is called as baling. So this is regarding wearing of silk gum. In the next class, we will be learning what are the diseases caused in this sericulture and these wool and silk industries for the people. Thank you.